Welcome back to the Padilla Family Homestead. We are here for another garden tour. It's been about 2 weeks since our last one, and things are growing like crazy. Some things are doing really well, and some things are really struggling. Some of it's been kind of a surprise to me, but I have my tea this morning, and I'm going to take you around and kind of show you the good, bad, the ugly, what's growing great, what's still struggling, and reasons why I think they're struggling. We have had no storms, thankfully, for a little bit, so I'm going to try to get out here and fertilize a few things this week. Finally, this will be my first fertilization since we planted, I think, May 6th. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let's take a look at what's going on. I'm going to start over here with the not so greats. Those carrots still have not moved hardly at all. They really need to be fertilized, I think. I think that soil doesn't have enough, but I have not gotten out here to do it. I've been watering, but I haven't fertilized. So I definitely need to get out here and do that. And then the asparagus is still doing great. It's sending up. We have flowers, so we should have berries pretty soon. And then down here, you can see a new stalk of asparagus coming up. I probably could have harvested that one, but I'm just letting it go, doing its thing. The peas have pretty much died. They didn't really do anything, and it's too hot. It's too hot for them. I don't know what's going on with my beans. This one's a mystery. So they were doing great. They were climbing. I have not gotten any beans yet. And then all of a sudden, the leaves are all wrinkly and weird. So if you know what this is, I would love to know. I mean, it has been really, really humid here. And it went from lots of rain to humid super heat. So, I mean, I don't know if they're just in shock. I've never seen bean leaves do that. So, if you have any tips on that, I would love to know. And then we're going to come over here and look at all of that growth. I'm going to pop a picture up in the corner here on what it looked like 2 weeks ago, because that's just, I love this. It has grown so much. I'm really behind on tying up, so I need to get out here and do that. We'll start with the tomatoes. So this sakura that I had gotten from a local farmer at first looked a little diseased, but I'll tell you what, there are tomatoes everywhere on this, and it is still growing. Now, I haven't been tying this one up, but I have been kind of weaving it in and out of the trellis. So it's been doing really, really well. I just can't believe how tall it's gotten already. And then over here, the Cherokee Purple, those 2 tomatoes are still growing. So tomatoes take just as long to turn red as they do to get to their size. So if it takes them 3 weeks to grow to full size, it's going to take them 3 weeks to fully ripen. So that's something to keep in mind when you're patiently waiting for things to ripen. I'll kind of show you this side. So we have a few more flowers popping up here that should be getting fertilized. And these things are still just growing. So far, so good. This marigold is ridiculously tall. That one is really stunted, but I just let it bloom. This one I left full height, and you're going to see in this bed, I chopped one down to see what it does, and I left this one full height as well. This is a Berries Crazy Cherry. Look at all, this is a multifloral. This is one of the reasons I love it. Look at all those tomato flowers all together. It is amazing. So it starts off looking like small bunches, and then it really poofs out. Oh, there's even a little tomato on there. So we should be getting Berries Crazy Cherries pretty soon. This one's a Trip L crop, and we are getting flowers all over this. So those should start to grow pretty soon. And then the basils in the center are doing okay. That one's really blocked by this, the sun's blocked on it. This one's been doing well. I just keep harvesting it. And then this guy, I really need to stake these up. But this one's an Arkansas Traveler. And I actually may take one of the marigolds out of this bag because I feel like it's going to block the airflow. Behind this is a marigold. And I just feel like that's going to block the airflow on this. And then this one is another one of those Berries Crazy Cherries. It's a multifloral. You can see a little tomato right there. So this is my favorite cherry. That's why we have two of them. Oh, look, we have flowers for the Arkansas Traveler too, and a little tomato for me. So they have been doing amazingly well. See if you can see my little garden friend here. It may not let me focus. Oh, there it is. Check out my little garden friend. I'm just leaving him till he's in the way because I need pest. That's a natural pest deterrent. It'll eat things. Okay, so after the tomato buckets, we have cucumber plants, and these are finally taking off like crazy. I've been trying to weave them into the trellis. It looks like one is escaping me back here. But this is the Sikkim on this side. And this is the miniature white. And there are flowers just everywhere on both of these. So I've been seeing some bees finally come in on these, which is awesome. A lot of times you're going to have a ton of male flowers first to try to attract those pollinators in, and then it'll start setting female flowers. That way you get pollinated, which I think is kind of cool. This is another one. I think I'm going to have to trim the marigold in or take it out, which is unfortunate because there's so many good marigolds in this. So this marigold is taking over all of my peppers. So that's a problem. I already had these peppers planted thick. Again, this is the tallest my marigolds have ever grown. They've always been short and kind of stubby before, but I haven't grown them outside of California really. We did a batch of store-bought last year and they didn't get very big. They struggled. So this is new, a new problem where something's taking off beautifully, but it's blocking things. So my Nata Pino is growing. My Habanada is struggling over here. This one is a shishito. I haven't gotten any peppers off of that. My sweet banana pepper is producing. And then on this side, see if I can show you. So on this side, I have a pepper here. This is a sweet pepper, Cornito sweet pepper. So again, I just think I need to take this marigold out, which is unfortunate, but it just is what it is. Okay, so the next bucket is my squash bucket. The back should be lemon squash, and the front should be Palermo zucchini. And I have lots of male flowers coming on, and I don't have any female ones that have opened yet. I will say this lemon squash gets very tall, and so I am going to end up putting a pole in here to help tie those up to give them strength. I don't know if I'm doing a pole on the Palermo zucchini, but we will see. I did harvest most of my radishes that were in here, and I planted new seeds for daikon radishes. It's a little hot for them, but radish is supposed to help deter squash bugs, so I thought it was worth letting them at least grow up, even if they just go to seed there. We'll see if it actually helps or not, but for now, that's what I am trying. Under this house, I'm pretty sure we have 2 rabbits that live underneath this house, this little shed, and they have been out here just eating the grass. I'm hoping leaving my garden alone, but we'll see what happens once the lawn gets mowed. Over here we have onions. Now this is where I don't know if I'm getting damage or not from rabbits if they're getting in here. I don't know why they would be going for the onions, but I have a lot that are laying over and they're pretty small still. So I'm at that point where I think I'm going to start harvesting these little white and red ones and just pull them out, and it is what it is. The ones that have done the best are the yellow onions. I've gotten the biggest bulbs off of them. Like you can see some decent size. So I've been excited about those. I will probably grow those again. I'm probably not going to grow the white again. And I will probably get red and try it again and just see if it's a me being faulty thing. It doesn't help this bed is really not weeded, but that is what it is right now. As far as our peppers go, next to this, I've got nothing on that sweet banana pepper. I've got nothing on the sweet Marconi. I've got lots of flowers though. And this shishito has been popping out peppers. You can see one hanging there. So that is awesome. And then that habanada doesn't have peppers yet, but it has flowers and it definitely looks a lot healthier than the one in the bucket over there. So I'm glad I planted stuff in two different places because the shishitos and the habanadas are definitely improving over here. The plants look healthier over here, so we'll see what happens. Next to this, I had beets and they're pretty much gone. Now I don't know if that's rabbits eating it or if that is the heat and the rain ruining it. I'm not positive. So we're gonna see what happens on the next run. I think it's a little too late right now to plant more. I think my plan is when the onions are out to plant some sort of squash right here, and then when the radishes and the turnips are out, which those radishes are starting to bolt, so whatever's there, I had planted them way too thick and I've just been pulling them out and letting them continue to grow as long as possible. So what I may do is just pull those out and plant something else in here. And I haven't decided if I want like a winter squash over here and more zucchini down here or what I want to do. I want to have something in this bed though, because I don't want weeds to take over. I want something growing. So I will pop something in here, something that's heat loving. The turnips are still not bolting and they are growing. So I pulled a couple of small ones out. And then we'll see what happens from there. That is zinnia, another zinnia, my pineapple sage I've been harvesting off of, my dill I've been harvesting off of. I have a walking onion down there that is definitely walking, so hopefully it's setting its roots. We have 3 okras that are growing up in this back corner. And you can see I have little tiny little okra spuds there. So can't believe already little okra. And then that tomato has been trying to take over that okra. I'm trying to make it come this direction and just sprawl across the back. I may just put a trellis right there. I've just got to be careful because of the pipes. That's something that I have to be aware of down here. It's a no dig zone, so I really don't want to spike something in. So I was just going to let that tomato, it was on the verge of dying and it came from a customer. And so I kind of was just going to let it sprawl and do its thing across the ground to try to block out some of that mint, if that's even a thing. But overall, this bed is doing good for being weedy. Next up is our GreenStalks. So these actually have been fun. I'm going to set my tea down over here. So this first GreenStalk is a regular tier GreenStalk, and it has the 5 larger tubs. This is where I have my strawberries from last year and my new strawberries. I should have been picking off the first round of flowers, but I didn't. So I'm getting smaller strawberries, which I'm totally fine with. So they're starting to ripen. The strawberries from last year set off a couple early on, and they have not been ripening, but I feel like some of them are starting to do runners. So I need to trim the runners and stop it from growing. I just wanted to gather a couple because like these 2 strawberries didn't make it down here, and this strawberry didn't make it. So what I want to do is pop some of those runners up and into these buckets if I can, or start them in another slot and see what they do. So like this one has a runner. This was from a runner from this plant, and I chopped that off after it rooted. Now this one's creating a run and coming down. This isn't long enough for that, but this end should create one, and so this should fill this bucket. And then once that's rooted, I can cut that off. Oh look, another strawberry's ripening. I have been getting some caterpillar damage on these leaves, so I'm trying to keep an eye on that. I have some tomato suckers that I am rooting so I can offer it to people at church. And then over here, this is my greens tower, and man, do I love this. I will say those caterpillars really love certain ones more than others. Like, they love this kale. Oh, look at that. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 caterpillars on here that I can see. That is insane. So this is coming off and it's going to get killed. I've been trying to come through. This has another 3. I don't want to take everything off of here because it needs greens to survive. It needs leaves to photosynthesize, but I can roll some of these caterpillars off of here. I could pick some off. Man, this plant had a ton. I even came out here and took some of these off the other day. So that's really impressive to me that there's still that many. But they're small, they blend in, so you really need to be looking. It's really kind of late for kale, but I'm trying. These caterpillars are not helping this situation. I will say my mustard, it is too hot for the mustard. My mustard's starting to go to seed. So that's unfortunate. That's another plant that's going to seed right there. It's bolting. My basil's doing great. I just don't know what's Thai basil and what's holy basil, which is fine. My lettuce leaf basil is doing amazing. The Swiss chard is picking up. My celeries are doing great. And the nasturtiums are starting to struggle. They have also had some damage, but they're starting to struggle a little bit. My collards are hanging. This nasturtium was beautiful. It was so packed in flowers and was just so pretty, and now it's all turning yellow, so I got to get these dead flowers off the outside. I need to come back through and probably water again today. I think that's part of the problem, is that I need to make sure these containers, even though it's very humid, that they're getting enough water through the top. And when watering through the top, it's going to help it from getting that mildew too much. I'm really trying to come through and make sure things are getting harvested frequently, because I don't want this to be super full and then not be able to, oh, that baby kale, not be able to breathe and have too much airflow blocked. So I am trying to keep an eye on that. It's a very pretty nasturtium flower. I haven't gotten any nasturtium on my focaccia yet. I need to get my sourdough back out and be feeding that. But it is all in due time. So this greens is doing well. I just came through and harvested my lemon thyme. That one should be lemon thyme because it's variegated. So my lemon thyme and my English thyme again. And I gave my oregano a haircut because it was going to start flowering. And then my cilantro is too hot for it, so I'm going to have to start something inside for that. And then my mint is starting to take off again. A pineapple mint starting to take off, which is good. I've been trying to let it really get established. Once these get established, these mints, then they should really provide a whole lot of mint. But I don't want to keep trimming so thin that I'm taking that opportunity away. So this is what a prime example of my goal. So I planted in here. This is the chocolate mint. I planted in here. I let one piece go this way, so now it's rooting down in here and growing. And then I let a piece go this way, and it's rooting down and growing in here. And so hopefully this chocolate mint, as the root systems grow, it's going to take over the rest of that tier, and I will have chocolate mint coming from every pocket. So I want that kind of, the strawberry mint shares a spot with the pineapple mint. The pineapple mint's kind of fuzzy and variegated. So those two hopefully will take over. I have a peppermint that will hopefully do that. All my cilantro on the bottom is bolting. I have these two calendula plants. These are my only lone survivors. So I'm going to have to really stay up on harvesting the flowers because I really want this for salves and things like that. I need to dry them and then infuse them in oil and do my thing with those. But overall, these are doing super good. I do have a lemon cucumber down here that is from my friend's pathway, and I didn't really have a spot for it because this thing's going to take over a lot. So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. It's going to start vining here very soon, so I need to make a decision. My wind chime's supposed to be right here, so I want to make sure that gets back out here. But I'm letting this thing just truck away, and I need to make a decision soon. We'll see. I didn't have the heart to get rid of it. So that is my garden tour. It is June 24th, I think, the day I'm recording this. You're going to see it a few days from now on a Friday, I believe. But everything is doing amazing. I'm super thankful. I'm super blessed. If the carrots don't do great, I mean, they were really late being planted and I did a different soil with them. It is what it is. The beans are a bummer. But again, I may just move that bucket out from the wall. That may be part of the problem, is they're not getting enough sun. But I also don't want to move them too close to the other plants if there is some sort of a disease, because that's the same soil as what's in those beds. So I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of opportunity here. We have lots of food that could come in. It's just a matter of hopefully the pests stay in our favor, and the rabbits stay out of things, and that the weather behaves itself. So now we're getting super hot, and we haven't had rain, I want to say almost a week now, and we're going to go a few more weeks without rain. So we'll see. I mean, we might get a sprinkling, but like 20% chance of rain could mean it rains in my neighbor's yard and it doesn't rain here. That's how Arkansas works. So we'll see. But that is it. I'm excited to share the growth. It's so fun to look out. This is our bedroom window, and so it's fun to look out and see the beds, and see the trellises getting filled up. And then I look out here and there's rabbits in the yard. I was hoping they were going to come out for this video, but apparently they're not going to. They don't like me very much. I keep trying to scare them away. Anyway, I hope that your garden is growing great. I'm going to harvest a couple things and bring it in because I got to get some breakfast going and work on the kitchen. My hubby's birthday is this weekend, and so I got to get a few things cleaned up and organized and ready to go. Yeah, but thank you for watching, and we'll see you back for the next video.